Hi guys, and welcome back to World of Tanks. And you might wonder what's going on up at the top of the screen there with only one tank on either side. But with the introduction of the new map variants for Erlenberg and Steppes, the Blizzard and Sandstorm, and you saw some of the Blizzard in the match I uploaded yesterday in the video, I thought I'd go into the training room and have a look at them and see how much they actually affect your view range. So my wife very kindly offered to help me. She's in her Dicker Max, sat on the other side there on Erlenberg, and I'm in my Cromwell Knight. She's got a 400 metre view range and I've got 360. So she's sat on the top of the hill over there, and we're going to see, well, how far away I have to be before she can see me, and vice versa. And do a few little tests with firing the gun, seeing if we pop up with movement. It seems that you will pop up from further away for firing your gun than you will for moving. And there you go, she just popped up on mine. There she is in a D-Max, and I've popped up on hers. And I was 319 metres away when she popped up on my radar. So we're going to start going back and forth a little bit. See, she just popped up again because she's moving. She's going to pull back behind that ridge a little bit. So we're going to start going backwards, and I'm still detected, so I'm probably still on her radar. So I'm going to back up towards the river, and we've picked down here because it's nice and open and there's no concealment in between us. So I'm going to fire my gun, and I've popped back up, and I think I was 360 metres, well 370 metres away. So I'll move back again, I'll test it out, fire my gun, nothing. So the Dicker Max has got a 400 metre view range, and the Cromwell's camouflage factor takes 20 metres off that, or it seems to. So she can see me at 380 metres, and I think for me it was around 347 metres, something like that, when she was shooting, and that's out in the open as well. But about 330 metres away when I actually saw her for the first time. So there you go, that's the test on Erlenberg. So now we'll put it onto the Blizzard variant and we'll see what difference it makes. So here we are on the Blizzard variant, and we're using the same tanks, trying to get to the same spot. But I actually had trouble finding the river crossing at first, couldn't find it, but now I've found it. And something I didn't realise and didn't notice when I was on this actually in a proper match is that the river is frozen over, which would make for some very interesting and sneaky gameplay ideas. You know, imagine sneaking up and down this river. I don't know how many people have noticed this. I myself have only been on this level once in this variant in the week that it's actually been on the server. But yeah, you can see, look, I'm driving up to the bridge. That's the southern bridge. I could drive underneath it, and I'd just try. I think it's a little bit advanced for all the tanks. I wondered if you could break the ice and make tanks fall through to their death. But yeah, a little bit advanced there, hoping for a bit too much. But yeah, there you go. So the river is frozen over in the Blizzard variant. Right, so let's skip ahead a little bit and get to where we do the spotting. Right, so I'm moving forwards, and I'm firing every now and again as well to see if she can spot me and see how far away. Now she's going to be in the same location as she was before, and as you can see, I am not near the river. I was just coming out the river when I was spotted before. Oh, something, yep, just been spotted, and it is 185 metres. So it's gone from 380 metres for the Dicker Max with a 400 metre view range to spot me out in the open, down to 185 metres. And I was at 180 metres and I couldn't see anything. In fact, I fire my gun and I've not popped up on her radar this time. So I'm just out of that view range, start moving forward slowly, firing my gun, and there we go. Spotted at 185 metres again. So it takes nearly 200 metres off the view range. See there, that's the shot coming over from the Dickermax, and just on that ridgeline there, I'm not that far away. And when she fired, I saw the shell, but I did not see the tank. It didn't pop up at all. You see the little detected thing? Something's looking at me. Well, I know who it is. She fires again, and I see her. And I have to be 165 metres away before I see the Dickermax, whereas before it was 330 metres when she was sat out in the open, not moving. So it really, really does affect your view range. It looks fantastic as well, but yeah, it really closes in the fighting, and you really do have to be careful. So next up, we'll have a look at steps and the Sandstorm variant as well. So here we are on steps, same tanks again, same sort of deal, moving about until we both get seen, and there I've just been spotted, and unsurprisingly it's basically the same. You know, it's the same open map, no camouflage in between us, no concealment, and obviously the same tanks, so I did expect the same results, but just to be thorough I thought I'd do it anyway. But yeah, it comes out basically the same distances as it was on Erlenberg, as you would expect. So now we'll skip to the Sandstorm, and we'll see if that affects it any differently than the Blizzard. So here we are, this is the Sandstorm variant of steps, and it was very disorientating. And you see those lights down there? They really threw me at first, and even though I was in a training room for that split second, I did wonder what the hell it was. But it's a little abandoned convoy down in the sunken road that runs down the middle of the map. But yeah, it's this one, more so than the Blizzard, feels a lot more claustrophobic. It feels a lot more disorientating than the Blizzard. I think that's possibly because on steps there are really no major landmarks for you to sort of guide yourself with, whereas on Erlenberg you've got, you know, the bridges, you've got the big hill on the one side, you've got the big castle on the other side, you know, you've got the houses down the middle, you kind of roughly know where you are, even in the Blizzard, whereas on steps you can get out in here. I mean, I know you've got your mini-map, but it still feels very disorientating, and you can see, or you could see, however, rather, how close I had to be before the Dickermax popped up on my radar and obviously in view. And same again, you have to be very close to each other. And with these bits of debris and sort of, it looks like logs and branches flying about, it almost plays tricks on you. You can imagine in a standard battle and you see something moving at the edge of your screen when you're trying to concentrate on something else, you may think it's an enemy tank, and it could possibly throw you off. And I think it's going to be quite interesting playing on this one. I'd quite like to have a random battle on this variant. So anyway, I'm going to go back over this way and we'll start doing a little bit of spotting, so I'll skip ahead a little bit. Right, so we've skipped ahead till we're doing the actual spotting, to see if it's any different on this than it is on the Blizzard. So moving across, it took me a while actually to find the right spot, to find the same one that we used last time, because it, like I said, it's very confusing. So I'm moving slowly forwards, and she popped up 150 metres. That's a tank destroyer, a Dickermax, sat out in the open, and I was in 150 metres of it before I saw it. And I think I popped up on her radar just before that, because it's got a 40 metre extra view range, which, I mean, with this, the way that the view range and the camouflage and everything works, it basically, say you've got a tank that's got a 25, like a light tank with a 25% camouflage rating, and there's a vehicle with a 400 metre view range. On a normal map, in normal conditions, what that means is that for the spotting purposes of spotting that tank, your tank with the 25% camo rating, the enemy tank with the 400 metre view range, it would minus 25% off their view range for the purposes of spotting you. So sat out in the open with your 25% camouflage rating, that enemy tank, instead of spotting you at say 400 meters, it would have to be within 300 meters of you to spot you. You see? And obviously you've then got camouflage nets, you've got camouflage skill, you've got the actual camouflage itself that you can put on your tank, and obviously you can use concealment because the bushes have their own camouflage rating. So it basically all minuses it off the view range of the tank trying to spot you. And with this, it's the same. It's about 150 meters ish before she pops up out in the open when she sat still. I popped up around 185 meters again. So it really does restrict the view range, and it's nice to see that it's not just restricted everything to the same view range. It's basically taken a percentage off. So vehicles with, well, I'm assuming it has, I've got no confirmation for this, but from working it out, it looks like it's just taken a percentage off, just like camouflage would. So it seems that vehicles with a longer view range may have the edge in Blizzard and Sandstorm. Can't confirm it. I'll have to look into it a little bit more and test it with a few different vehicles and different view ranges and see if they still spot at the same distance. But anyway, there you go, quick video today, just to show the new map variants and just to show that they do really affect the view range, because when I was on the Blizzard variant, it seemed that a lot of people were probably in the same position that I was. They'd not seen the map yet, they'd not seen that variant, and if they don't read the news feeds, then they wouldn't be aware that it actually affects the view range. And we had an E75 camp in the ridge, so I just thought I'd do a quick video to introduce it. Anyway, there you go, back to normal tomorrow, and hopefully it should be an episode on the Freedom, one of the hero tanks. Right, take care out there, and I will see you next time. Goodbye.